What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back with a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, the other day, not only did we get a brand new limited time tour pertaining to January 2021's Road to Fame MLC, but we also finally got the latest addition to the Royal Rumble book of tours found within the road. Now, when it comes to any game, there's certain content that spikes in difficulty that is usually termed as in-game content, because yes, it does become a tad bit more challenging, but once you're able to conquer it, you are given some very prestigious and lucrative rewards that benefit your account moving forward. Now, with other mobile games, they got this formula pretty down pat. Fate Grand Order, you have Lost Belts as well as Challenge Quest. Dokkan Battle, you have Super Battle Road as well as Extreme Super Battle Road and Explosive Chain Battles. One Piece Treasure Cruise, you have Pirate Rumble and Kazuna Clashes. But when it comes to WWE Champions, it's kind of hit and miss. We don't really know what really qualifies as in-game content. Now, we normally go through the motions with our blitzes, our showdowns, and our feuds, but one thing that has been made crystal clear with the latest additions to the road with the Royal Rumble book of content is this is pretty much our end game. This is where a lot of the best resources and rewards are going to be found, and you're going to have to endure a hellacious grind to walk away a happy camper, so to speak. But one thing that has been noticed within the community so far since the launch of this latest addition to the tour is a lot of people aren't that happy. It's getting some mixed reactions, to say the least, to put it lightly. But allow me to break some things down to you. Now, we got one edition last year in the last month of 2020 within December 2020's What a Year MLC. That's where we got the latest edition, and they said they were going to follow up with a second book, and that's what we got here. But one thing that was made painfully clear with the former is the same thing that's going on now with the latter, and that is the certain requirements needed to do certain said content. Now, we are in the realm of 5 stars, okay? The 5 stars are running wild. People are steadily picking up more and more 5-star bronzes, let alone 5-star silvers, and due to the launch of 5-star silvers, I'm getting a feeling they're trying to line things up for the summertime for another Dynamic 9 contest where we will see 5-star golds come into play. And that's definitely going to change the game for sure. But one thing is true is that with each of these brand new additions to the road, that does mean more opportunities at TPCT, training posters, coins, and tokens. And those are things that everybody needs. The question is, though, are some of these matches really worth the hassle with what you are given in return? So let's just be realistic here. We are in a 5-star meta, but we're still dealing with 3-star, 4-star resources, which isn't good at all, especially if you're just joining into the game. That means you're going to be having to play catch up crazy and hope and pray that a faction gives you a chance so you can properly build and come into your own, so you will be good to go sooner rather than later. Now, when you look at this tour right here with Bayley, 19K, 5-star, you already know what's going down when you're on hell mode, okay? You got to deal with straps. You got to deal with medals. They're going to have their own perks and stuff going on. They're geared out too if they come out with it. So you already know what's up. 1,000 assorted TP on hell mode. Now, let's be realistic here, okay? To some people, this is a great reward. And I'm not going to take nothing away from that. 1,000 TP is 1,000 TP. But you also got to consider some things here. Bayley is an acrobat, meaning she's going to get her moves off quick. Bayley also hits harder than I don't know what. Bayley can cycle one way or the other. Is this 1,000 going to be worth it when you really think about it, that you spend 1,000 plus per move on certain champions that you take all the way up to 5-star? Is that 1,000 even going to last you, looking at how much TP has to be utilized during weekly TP contests? It's not really that much. It's a good look on paper, but when you realize everybody that you have to build up and work on, not so much. And then again, It's the question of if you can even get to her because of what the requirements were. Last year, you had a requirement that literally called for you to have a Hall of Fame unit at 5-star. Only a handful of players have that. And then certain matches within the tours, they call for some crazy requirements on the main strip, let alone the side note. So it's kind of one of those things. On paper, it looks good. I'm going to take that. I'm going to need that. Then we got this brand new addition on the tours with these 5-star diamond token cases. Now, again, on paper, this looks good. You're guaranteed 6 items, and you have a high chance for a 5-star diamond token. But what they don't show you here is that there are 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star tokens included within this token case. In my honest opinion, I feel with these brand new token cases, 1, 2, and 3-star tokens should be removed. You should have a solid shot at 4 and 5-star tokens. Don't have it be called something, and then you scroll down and you realize, oh snap, I walked away with a bunch of jump ropes and glitzy robes. How's that going to help me out with my 5 stars, let alone my 4 stars? Thanks, I guess. This isn't cool. And yeah, you're getting like solid quantities of these, You're getting 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on the match and the opponent you go up against. That's cool. That is cool. And that does increase the chances of you actually pulling a 5-star token. But let's be real here. With how rates are in Champions, that's going to be far in between. That's going to be a tall order to call upon to get a 5-star diamond token out here. When you really think that you need 9 of each specific class so you can have a chance. So that's something else to truly consider right there. And the amount that they're giving you, and with how RNG is, who knows what you're going to walk away with. But the icing on the cake, I mentioned earlier that there was a tour requirement for the former addition to the Royal Rumble before this one, okay? Where you needed a Hall of Fame unit, okay? Now, I want you to keep that in mind, and I also want you to remember that Bayley on Hell mode, that 19K Bayley for that 1K TP, right? This is where they cook my grits on this. On the normal path of the latest addition to the Royal Rumble book, the first match out, I believe, you need a showboat waifu to take on a 5-star silver Hall of Fame acrobat Lita, who has perks, straps, and medals. And for the reward, 19K on that Bayley, right? You have to take on a 20K Lita for 1 bag of 50 TP. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. Because, let's be real, unless you got blessed during the Spring in the Ring MLC last year, where Bayley, the huggable one, made her free-to-play MLC debut alongside her partner in crime, modern era showboat, Sasha Banks, the boss. Unless you got Sasha on your side and you got lucky and you have her gear, you're not really going to walk away with that W on the first try. You are not. Now, I get it. You got Paige. Okay, and Paige with her elf gear, yeah, she can put in a little work. And yeah, Wendy? Maybe, possibly. All 3 gears on your Charlotte. Is that going to help you out here? I don't know. But to go up against somebody who automatically has perks and straps, medals, all that bubbling, and then to realize they're also going to get the plus 25% damage on you because you are the weaker out of this rock, paper, scissors curriculum of class advantage for 50 TP, it don't make sense. It genuinely don't make sense. You would need IGC, in-game cash on deck, to get through this. Now, I know a lot of people A lot of people, they don't sit on IGC like that. They don't. They don't pick up the 15K offers. They don't pick up enhanced packs like that anymore. So it's hard to come by. The Tapjoy offers, when they double up or do the 1.5 times or the 2 point, that's always good. But think about that. You could be using that towards a Mega Superstar loot banner of a character that you really like. You're going to be spending thousands upon thousands to clear the road. And let's be realistic here too. Let's just think about this even further. If you don't invest in champions like others do, where you've accessed the VIP level to allow you to, bypass normal and go to hard, or you've reached VIP level 11, where now you can literally go to hell mode before anything. You're going to have to do this the old school way. You know what that means, right? You're going to have to 3-star every match. So then you can access hard mode. Then you got a 3-star every match on hard mode so you can access hell mode. The way Champions has this figured out, in my mind, what I'm thinking, is they have basically made it where you have to invest money. You have to spend just so you can have a chance to bypass that hassle and get to where you need to be. And even if you get to where you need to be, due to the restrictions and the requirements on these tours, you're going to have to spend some money or you're going to have to say goodbye. Because only a handful of us, depending on where you are faction-wise, you're able to clear out the faction contest milestones and the solo milestones, where you do get some very lucrative resources. Depending on what faction you're in, you'll be good to go. And depending where your roster's at, you'll be good to go. But not everyone has that luxury. Not everyone has a high VIP level. Not everyone has the be-all, end-all best cards in their roster. And even if they did pull them, with how resources are now, how would they be able to work them up? Health packs are getting scarce. You die here and you don't got the IGC, you're either sitting it out so you naturally recover your health, you're sending a faction request so your faction heals you up, or you're spending health packs, or you're spending IGC. All these resources are pivotal and crucial right now in the land of the 5 stars. And to have certain requirements like the one for that Lita for normal mode. That's a normal mode match, I believe. 5-star silver. 20K. Beat them and get rewarded 50 TP. But on hell mode, I fight a 19K waifu and get 1,000 TP. Now, here's another thing that bothers me. And I'm going to say it. I feel that requirements like that, just like they had the Hall of Fame Sarge Striker, where you needed a Hall of Fame unit to go up against him, and the Bailey situation probably has a requirement too, because they've started to sprinkle those even on the main strip, right? I feel that content like this, with these type of requirements, should be on the side nodes, not the main strip. At least if the main strip is clear where I can use whoever I want, whenever I want, I'm at least guaranteed those rewards of the main line. And if I'm up for the challenge, if I'm up for the task to take on a node 14, 13, okay? If I'm up for that, then I will indulge in the side nodes that have the crazy restrictions and crazy requirements. You're saying I gotta win in a tag team match with NXT characters. Let's be real. How many of us have Johnny Gargano? How many of us have Tommaso Ciampa? How many of us have Keith Lee? You want me to win a tag team match with the New Day? Yeah, New Day as in you want me to be running Trickster Big E and Technician Kofi, right? Because I know my Showboat Big E, my Acrobat Kofi, and my Trickster Woods are not going to get the job done. Sometimes they have me truly flabbergasted at how painfully crystal clear they make it of what they want you to do. They want you to spend money. They want you to do the pulls. They want you to buy all these packs and offers just so you can get a chance to bypass it. And even when you think that you bypass it, you get clipped. Your wings get clipped. You think you're about to jump off the cliff and take flight for the first time, and nope, they clip your wings and you fall and drown. It's utterly ridiculous, and I'm not a fan for it. Now I'm somebody who has invested in the game over time. So I do have VIP level 11 access. So I can easily go to hell mode, hard mode, normal mode. But again, not every player has that luxury. And some people haven't even been able to access Royal Rumble yet. There's certain requirements on the road right now that are asinine, that do not make sense, and they're not justified. And I feel that Scopely should at least come forward and break down their thought process when making this content, but more than likely they won't. They won't. But this is another way that's definitely going to be driving more people out of here, because it's the content that I need, getting 20, 20, 40 4-star silver tokens, or picking up 30, 40 4-star gold tokens, or, picking up 50 5-star silver tokens. That's all good. That's great. But then I have to also sit back and think, just like this 1K TP. It's not much. It's guaranteed, but it's still not much in the meta that we're in. Looking at all the superstars you have to work on as main go-tos, let alone trainers and coaches. But then you got to think about it too. I might be getting all these 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 even token cases, right? With all these tokens. But RNG's RNG. I might need some kettlebells. I walk away with hairsprays. I might need some skulls. I walk away with some lucha masks. It's generally, it's one of those things where it's not guaranteed. It truly is not guaranteed. And I don't see champions changing anything about it. I look forward to seeing, maybe we get stipulation tours, and that's another good way to get resources and rewards. Maybe the resurrection of invasions. But I don't know. I'm at a loss. And again, not everyone's going to be able to do this content anyway. But to those that have access to it, let me know your thoughts about this. Because I know there's going to be people out there that have all these requirements covered. They've been blessed by the RNG. They knew how to play smart, and they worked within their factions to get the proper superstars that got them covered. They don't got to worry about it. But other players don't have that luxury. And even if you're in a top faction, doesn't mean you necessarily have all the be-all, end-all superstars. Some things happen, sometimes you luck out, sometimes you miss out on an opportunity. But I'm just not impressed by this. The last addition to the Royal Rumble was a letdown with the requirements that literally stop you in your tracks. And here we go again. And I feel that with certain things, like I said, with certain requirements, certain restrictions, save it for the side notes. Because the last thing I want to do, like with this normal, I don't feel like spending a bunch of IGC to get through one match. Let alone to get through that match using IGC just to get hit with another match. And then it's another requirement that I don't have. I literally go up against a showboat. You go up against an acrobat. You got to use a showboat. Then you go up against a powerhouse, and it's requiring you to use an acrobat. It's nothing wrong with a challenge, but be smart about how you spread this out, and be, considerate of your community. Your community's steadily dwindling down by the day. You're steady making out Mission Impossible content for us to clear. Only a handful of people are actually going to be able to do it. And yeah, this is something to build up to. It isn't a thing of, hey, let's steamroll it right out of the gate. But even still, it's going to basically force certain people to work on certain things, or just accept and embrace the fact that until I pull this said character, I've got no chance of doing this said content. That's just the God honest truth. Until I get that character, or enough shards of that character, and have enough resources for him or her, I can't go any further. And with resources drying up and dwindling out, it's going to be a rough party for a lot of people within the community. So with that being said, y'all let me know your thoughts about this. And that's pretty much it, y'all. Bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always and forevermore to each and every single one of you and my beloved hashtag Champions fam. What are your thoughts about the latest addition to the Royal Rumble Tour, and where do you think the game is headed after this? Like, share the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you receive all future notifications from the channel. And yours truly, the bad guy of WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0. But until next time, let's chop it up in the comments below. Stay tuned. Peace!